I get very emotional because I'm a smart lady. And, I just felt this.
Pamela lost $70,000, and the person who pointed her toward the scam didn't even know they were doing it. It started with a family member's Instagram page, a few posts about nice cars and Bitcoin returns, one click. And then, over the course of several months, $70,000 gone. Pulled out through Bitcoin ATMs, drained through fake Cash App accounts, handed to a scammer in Nigeria who never met her once. Here on Love or Lie, we track exactly how these things happen, step by step, so you can see it coming before someone you love can't. Stick with me on this one. Pamela Magnum is not someone who throws money around. She saw an opportunity and she thought about what it could mean. Not for herself, but for her home. Things she'd been wanting to fix up. Improvements she hadn't been able to afford. She wasn't chasing a yacht. She was trying to get the kind of small financial breathing room that most people spend their whole lives working toward. I saw it as a way that we could actually do some things around the home, she said.
I saw it a way that we could actually do some things around the home.
That's it. That's the whole ambition. Fix up the house a little, make life a bit more comfortable. Pamela is the kind of person who sees a post from a relative showing off a new car and thinks, maybe there's something there for us too. Not greed, just hope. She's also, by her own description, a smart lady. She knows that. She said it herself, sitting in front of a camera, trying to explain how this happened to her. That detail matters because this story isn't about someone who didn't know better. It's about a system designed specifically to fool people who do. A relative's Instagram page starts showing up in Pamela's feed, posts about Bitcoin mining, really nice cars, the kind of lifestyle content that reads as proof this person isn't just talking about money, they're spending it.
I kept seeing posts of really nice cars that she had just recently been able to purchase through a Bitcoin mining transaction.
I kept seeing posts of really nice cars that she had just recently been able to purchase through a Bitcoin mining transaction. Pamela clicked the link in one of those posts. She got connected through Instagram Messenger with someone who called themselves her investment coach. And the coach had a pitch that felt solid. Start small, watch it grow, reinvest when you're ready. Her initial investment was $3,500. Within what felt like no time, her dashboard was showing $35,000, then $54,000.
The money went from like $3,500 and then it was like at $35,000. Then it went to $54,000.
The numbers kept climbing. She kept investing. Bitcoin ATM receipts, physical paper receipts, show she went back again and again over the course of several months, feeding more money into a platform that was showing her exactly what she wanted to see. At its peak, her account appeared to hold more than $159,000. That number, $159,000, was completely fake. Every dollar of it. The platform was a dashboard built to display fictional profits while the real money she deposited was being siphoned out the back. The FBI has a name for it: fictitious profits. The whole thing exists to make you feel rich enough to keep sending money. But Pamela didn't know that yet. She was watching her investment grow and thinking about her house. The moment Pamela tried to pull her money out, the game changed. She asked to withdraw her funds. They told her a cash courier would deliver the money to her. She waited. Nobody came. She tried again. Same answer. Same result.
When I went to request that I be able to withdraw my funds, I was told that a delivery person would deliver my funds to me by a cash courier.
That's the tell. Every pig butchering scam, every fake crypto platform, every investment coach on Instagram, the exit is always blocked. There's always a fee, a tax, a processing delay, a courier who never shows. Because the money was never there. The $159,000 was a number on a screen. The real money, the $3,500 and everything she added after, had already moved. But here's where it gets worse. When Pamela went to her actual bank to figure out what was happening, she found out the scammers had gotten much further inside her finances than she knew. Her bank statement showed multiple transfers, thousands of dollars, going out to Cash App accounts. Accounts opened in her name and her husband's name. Accounts she never created. How did they get in? The investment profile she filled out when she signed up. Name, date of birth, checking account number, debit card details, all of it.
You had to enter your checking account number, you had to enter a debit card, and all of your identifying information, such as your date of birth and all of that information. So from that information, this scammer person in Nigeria was able to establish a Cash App account using that information.
She handed over the keys to her financial identity, thinking she was opening a brokerage account, and a scammer in Nigeria used that information to build fake accounts and drain her from a second direction simultaneously. She was being robbed from the front and the back at the same time. She reported it to her bank. She reported it to the police. Both told her the same thing. More than $70,000 was gone, and there was essentially nothing they could do. I get very emotional. But more than $70,000 gone. And then the last piece of it, the one that closes the loop in the cruelest way possible. Pamela finally reached out to the relative whose Instagram posts had started everything, the one with the nice cars and the Bitcoin success story. That account had been hacked. Her relative hadn't posted any of it. Scammers had taken over the page and were using it specifically to target family and friends, people who would trust a post from someone they actually knew. Pamela wasn't caught by a cold pitch from a stranger. She was caught by what looked like her own family showing her the way. Look, if this story is making you think about someone in your life, that's the whole reason we cover it. A share right now puts this in front of someone who might be one Instagram click away from the same thing. Do that now. Back to Pamela. $70,000 gone. Not to a bad investment, not to market volatility, to a person in Nigeria who built a fake platform, stole her identity, opened fraudulent accounts in her name, and disappeared. The money she invested through the Bitcoin ATMs, gone. The money pulled from her bank through the fake Cash App accounts, gone. The $159,000 on her dashboard never existed. Pamela's left with a stack of Bitcoin ATM receipts that prove she was there, that she did everything the coach told her to do, that she was a careful and willing investor in something that was built entirely to steal from her. Those receipts don't get her money back. They're just evidence that it happened. Her bank couldn't help. The police couldn't help. The scammers overseas, the accounts are untraceable. And Pamela, who wanted to fix up her house, who saw a relative's success story and thought, maybe there's something here for us, is sitting with nothing. I get very emotional. She doesn't need to explain why. Last year alone, Americans lost $4 billion to investment scams. Not total fraud, just investment scams. That's the category Pamela's story lives in. And the reason these numbers keep climbing isn't because people are getting dumber. It's because the scams are getting better. The hacked social media angle is particularly brutal because it removes the first line of defense most people use: source credibility. You don't click a link from a stranger, but you might click one from your cousin. The FBI calls the fake profit dashboards fictitious profits, and they're engineered specifically to keep you invested long enough to drain everything you have. You're only seeing what they want you to see, one FBI agent said. All they really want is to separate you from your money.
You're only seeing what they want you to see. So these are fictitious profits. These are just what they're saying. All they really want is to separate you from the money.
The platform isn't real. The coach isn't real. The $159,000 was never real. The only real things were Pamela's money, her trust in her family's social media, and a scammer who knew exactly how to use both. As of the time this report aired, Pamela had not recovered any of the $70,000. The scammer, identified as being based in Nigeria, faces no imminent legal consequences. Her bank and local police both told her the money was gone. No recovery, no arrest, no resolution. She came forward anyway, on camera, by name, to make sure someone else didn't go through the same thing.